Welcome back, viewers and my dear subscribers. Today we will be exploiting one-click vulnerability by Beef project. And before getting into the video, make sure that you subscribe our channel for these content. Let's get into the video.
Okay, let's know what is Beef project. Beef project refers to the browser exploitation framework. This framework is introduced for a penetration purpose on web browser. This uses JavaScript to gain access and exploit victims. Okay, let's know how the Beef project can be installed in our virtual machines or Kali Linux. Before going into the video, let's be clear that this video is just for educational purpose and not to mislead or misguide anyone. So let's get into the installation part.
Okay, let's now install Beef project in our system. To install, just give apt install beef-xss. Now, the packages are just installing in our system. So just wait for a while until the packages are getting installed. Okay, successfully beef-xss is installed in our system. So let's give the command beef-xss to start the service. Okay, once you give the command beef-xss, you can see you can log in into this page. This changes according to your system. Once if you give this command, it will automatically redirect to your browser. I'm opening it externally. The default credentials would be the one which you have entered while installing Beef. Okay, now I have entered the Beef framework. Okay, to use it, I'm going to use a simple HTML file which contains the hooking script hook.js and the web address which I'm using script command in this HTML file. Okay, now let's see how to use it. Once we execute the HTML file, new here. Okay, if you see here, it is executing and giving test. Okay, once if you see here, you can get an unknown session in the online browser. Once you refresh, you can see the unknown session. Okay, here if you see, it collects the logs from the browser which it is hooked. See, now the page is hooked. I am using it locally, and you can see you have gathered much of information about the user, and you can execute some commands remotely. I'll do one. Please do not imitate it and try it in your own system or other system. Once if I give this Google phishing command, you will see here it will change it to Google's phishing template. Okay, if you give something here, once if I give some email ID and password here and give sign in, it will automatically come here. Okay, if you see the username, use it, subscribe with the gmail.com, password CodeSafeguard. If you see it is moved to an unknown page. Okay, what will happen if this is used in over WAN network? To do that over WAN, you should do port forwarding in your network. Okay, we will see it in another video. And you can see a bunch of commands is available here. To use the PhoneGap command, you need PhoneGap API in your victim's system. Make sure he has it. Okay, you can do some more stuffs like fake flash update. If you give this, your victim would be automatically gets an update from Adobe which makes him to open an beef.exe file and execute in the system so that you can get a reverse connection. Okay, let's now understand the pros as well as the cons of the Beef project. The Beef project is a one-click exploit. If the user visits the website, we will automatically get the remote session. We can also gather much of information about the user and logs after each visit. And it can be done via World Wide with port forwarding. Port forwarding is a powerful technique from which hackers use their servers to access it worldwide with internet. Okay, let's now understand the cons. User can easily recognize the phishing attacks. If we use the Google phishing, which is demonstrated before, the user could easily identify this is a phishing attack because the domains will not match with Google, as well as it will suddenly redirect. Okay, if the user could prevent or block this JavaScript in this browser, we could not execute the remote commands or we could not get the remote session because Beef runs on a hook.js script which is required to be executed in the victim's machine. If this is not done, you will not get any session here. It will work until the site is actively maintained. If we close the session or if the user minimizes, you will not be able to get any remote session from the user because the user has exited the web page. So these are the major cons which I felt via the Beef project. But Beef is a powerful technique. You can use it to convince your victims. Okay, thank you guys. We'll see you in another video. Okay guys, from this portal we have learned we should not enter any in details in a phishing page. To know whether it's a phishing page or not, check the domain once again and make sure while you're entering your credentials. That's it for today guys. Meet you in another wonderful video. Until then, stay tuned and subscribe to our channel CodeSafeguard.